because you've been stagnant. That's the line that I see.
Yeah.
You've been stagnant for a while.
Yes.
And stagnant means
I know it. I get
if
it.
the opportunity came, you were like, okay. But if it didn't, then that's fine.
Yeah.
But now there's a fire burning in your belly. You want to do it.
Yeah.
You have to do it. And it's almost as if you're required to do it for yourself to be able to make it through the day. Because if you don't, you're going to think, shit, well, this was a fucking slow day.
Yeah.
What the hell? I just picked up the goddamn kids and told them that they need to eat their... No.
Yeah.
There's something here for you. And I think at this point, you've done everything required that you were supposed to do. And now it's time that you do for you back how you did it when you didn't have any of that. So this 19-year period or 20-year period, 22-year period, you've committed. You dedicated it.
Yeah.
But now it's time for you to be able to come back.
Right.
And that comeback is with the two opportunities. Don't allow... Have somebody else pick up the kids.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the 40-minute drive.
Yeah. Can I tell you, I love that you just said that out loud, because as a mom,
Sure.
that's so many times my struggle. Because I'm just like, well, I really need to be there at 3:00 when they get home from school.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's hard. It's like a real internal struggle to say, but by you saying this, it's already what I'm thinking. Like, I'm slowly starting to be like, no, you know what? Like, I'm trying a new babysitter tonight for the first time.
That's great.
And I got invited to a dinner. It's like a dinner with a friend, and I'm going. It's in the Palisades. I'm not going to tell you where I want by showing up. But again, you know how easy, you know, I was going to say no.
Because
and I
of
said to
kids
myself,
and family.
Kristen, see if that new babysitter can come, because Josh is out of town. So it's like, see, you know what I mean? So like, this is
Bitch, we're available. Call on us. You got lots of
to
friends.
watch my kids.
Sure, call on us.
Oh my God.
We'll play dress up all day. What do you think? Hello, ours is 32 and a doctor.
Oh.
We don't want her kids, but we'll take yours.
But I love that you said that, because it's like that's
Because
really
look at
what's
this
happening.
line. Do you see this line right there?
Yeah.
And that's
That's
good.
you being stagnant. And that stagnancy comes from how you've put a parameter on yourself from there to there. And right before then, there was this fire in your belly. And then slowly it started dimming and your focus redirected. But then you haven't been satisfied or fulfilled. Spiritually, you haven't been able to feed yourself. Now you're like looking for it. You're trying to acquire it.
I love that.
And that in itself, you can't say no anymore.
Right.
You have to say yes. And if they call for, oh, it's a 30-year-old, fresh face, you know, nobody knows who they are. It's a brunette. Fucking show up. Because they don't know they want you until they fucking see you.
I love
and
that.
When they
that is
see
interesting,
you,
right? It's so interesting.
When they see you, you know what they're going to do? They're going to go, who are all these other bitches? Because that's the one we're focused on.
Right.
Because you know what it takes to be there.
Yeah.
You've been there.
Right.
But you've denied yourself to have to do it again because your focus was redirected.
Yeah.
But now, this line that I see that moves up, as my microphone falls, this line that I see that moves up, there's another project. And if that's the passion one that you're going to be getting unexpectedly, trust me, you don't hesitate. That hesitation, don't.
Wow.
You got to say yes. Say yes.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
This is cool, right? This is
like,
so freaky cool.
Crazy.
What's the one thing that's really hurt you that you haven't been able to get over? That you thought to yourself, you know what? If I just suppress it, it'll be fine. I never have to think of it. It'll be fine. If I don't remember it, it'll be okay. But for whatever reason, it always, at a specific time of the year, creeps up each time, same time.
Huh.
What's that?
Oh, I don't.
Because you've been hanging on to it.
Really?
You have to let it go.
I have a friendship with someone that just recently ended.
That's probably it.
Yeah, it's like a friend of mine, a girlfriend. But it's interesting because we're friends a very long time, but I think we'll eventually be friends later, but it's been hard. So maybe it's that. That's the only thing I can really think of.
No, that's the other thing. This one is something that you've been suppressing for yourself. You don't allow yourself because you're thinking, oh no, I got to do that. you're always doing it for everybody else.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But there's the one aspect that you have to do for you because you haven't been able to nourish your soul. And if you keep suppressing it, you're not going to be able to then be there for all the people you care about.
Right, right.
But this happened years ago. It has to do with your heart. It's a big heart in the middle of it. It's in the dark. Has to do with your heart. Either a heartbreak, somebody said something to you, something happened, and you're like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's no big deal. It's fine. But it's not. You have to release it.
So you think it's eating away at her kind of
Yes.
subconsciously?
Huh.
Interesting.
You
Something
know
you might have to
You know what this is,
think
though.
about.
It happened probably in the first 2 years when you were married. Or when you knew him. Something
Interesting.
happened at that time that you thought to yourself, you're either going to walk away from it or you're going to stay in it. You decided to stay and suppress it, but that never left you.
Huh.
That's the part you need to think about.
And just let it go, whatever
Yeah.
it is.
You got to let it go.
Do you think sometimes when you're doing this, like stuff will like, I'll like wake up in the middle of the night and go like,
Yes.
okay.
All the time. He'll do a reading and then people will not understand anything he's talking about. Like one lady, he saw an owl in her cup. Didn't know what the fuck she was talking about at all. And a week later, she sends a picture because it was her husband that had passed away. And there was an owl on top of the roof.
Wow.
Yeah. So
What's a flower
cool.
mean to you?
A flower?
Yeah. Do you plant? Did you get a flower? Did you get a flower for somebody else?
No. Huh.
Because
Flower.
and it could still happen recent. It'd still
Yeah.
be something.
What's the number 5 mean to you?
That's another one that's like not much.
Is it your birthday? Are you born on the 5th day, 5th month?
Nope.
5 of you at home.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
5.
We're a lot of 4s.
Something. Because there's a 5, which means that in
Flower and
5 days or 5 weeks, could be 5 months, but it's too far down, that offer is coming your way.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Flower.
But you got to break your heart thing. You really just have to open it up. Whatever happened that you put on the back burner and you said, yeah, it's fine. It's not. You got to let it go.
Okay.
Yeah. But this friend that you're not talking to,
A house. I think so.
but it's not just one person. There's 2.
Really?
There's 2 people.
Huh.
So you're only not talking to one?
Yeah.
There's another one not talking to you then.
Huh.
There was a group of you. And it's one of the ones in the group.
Okay.
So if maybe the 5 is a group, how many of you are in a group? Like you have a close
No.
friendship with?
No, I don't
No.
have any 5s.
Then
I mean,
the 5 is the
Time
job.
frame. Yeah.
So, but there's 2 because I see 2. There's one here in the middle and there's one on the. So if one hasn't happened yet,
okay.
then there's another one that's going to end up. And you're going to think to yourself like, oh, really? Like, okay.
Yeah.
But why aren't you talking to this one? You should call because they're going through something because they're in the dark. So whatever's happened has nothing to do with you. It has to do with themselves. It's not you.
Yeah.
So what is it that happened that all of a sudden you stopped talking or they stopped talking?
It was like something had happened and it really bummed me out. So I just was like, it's time. It was like many, many years of the same kind of a scenario.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's like a friendship breakup. But I mean, we've spoken because we've had to about certain things, but it's just hard. I'm like the kind of person where it's like, I just need like time to like take care of myself, you know?
So is that what you've been suppressing for a long time? Maybe.
I think possibly.
That sounds like
Because
what it
then if you're
is.
saying- because it has to do with your heart.
Yeah.
It's like you've always let it go, let it go. But you're also going, I'm telling you, it's going to rekindle something. So
Okay.
I say you should brush your teeth,
Pack my clean underwear.
Yeah, or maybe none. Or maybe none.
I'll pack my clean underwear.
Yeah.
But I want you to tell me, you have to remember you have to know what happened at this time of the year that affected you, that every single time, even if you don't think about it this time of the year, it's sort of like a loss. But it doesn't have to be a death like a loss. It's like a relationship that broke up, or something that you were so adamant about being able to achieve and it just didn't work out. And you're like, well, why? I did all the right things.
Right.
And every single year you're like, but if that had just happened, like this, it kills you. It has left a pit in your stomach.
I just can't think of it.
You'll
offhand.
remember. Because when you do remember, I want you to light a little votive for it.
Okay.
At your front door. Outside your front door.
Outside. Okay.
So you close your
Very
front door.
bossy. There's a lot of instructions.
I'll remind
I'm gonna end up lighting a wishbone.
When you remember, you tell me.
Okay.
You'll light a votive outside.
There's
your
more
front door,
instructions this time than the last reading.
and you close. And the reason why I'm giving it to him now, because he started to work. He's opened up the
Yeah, I started the
frequency.
work. See,
I want to make sure that the right
to completion.
frequency starts coming
Okay.
in the flood that it's.
I have to
supposed
think
come
about
in
what
with.
it could be, and then
because
I'll let
it's
you know.
not a simple thing.
It's not a generic.
When you get this, when you get this call, or when you get this email, when you get this text message, or when this proposal comes in, you're really going to be able to sink your teeth into an aspect of your life that you never anticipated, always knew was present, but never had the opportunity.
Right. All right. Good. I'm gonna have to think about what it is, and I'll let you know.
Let me take a picture of the inside of it.
And I light a
A little
votive
votive and put it outside your front door and let it burn out. Close the door
until
and
it's
that's
out.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes a couple of
Do you
minutes.
like a 3 to 4 hour votive? Do you like
No,
what?
no,
What do you
just
like?
a very, very simple.
Like a tea light? What
Yeah,
we would call a
tea
tea light?
Because
I've got a box
the
of those.
idea of it is to just light it because you want it, you know what it is, and you want that to know.
To know. Okay.
You know.
I have
And
to
it's
think about
no
what it is.
longer a pit in your stomach,
Right.
yet
Release. I'm releasing it. I'm letting
That's
it
what it
burn
is.
away.
Did it help when the last reading when he had you clear out some? Did
Yeah.
that helped? Right?
Mhm.
It seemed to.
And I wore a watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
did you connect?
I think
great.
so.
With your dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, lick your thumb.
Does it matter left or right?
No, whichever one you want. And then punch the bottom.
Oh, the smudge thing.
Twist.
Twist.
However
And then
you
lift
do it,
out.
And then pull out.
Yeah. And there is dash tissue there.
You look disappointed.
No,
As
he's
a-
always like
As
intense.
a matter of fact, the joy that this brings you is going to be like you being at the Quaker school in high school again, being, yay! Does that make sense? The message that's going to come to you when you make that wishbone thing,
Okay, yeah.
and when you know, it's going to, and just the fact that it's going to provide you with an opportunity, you're going to realize that it's more than, it's you're going to appreciate it.
Listen, as long as it's good news,
You're gonna
I don't
appreciate
need
it.
to know
You'll
more
see.
than that. All right,
When-
good.
It's
when it comes
interesting
through.
that the wishbone thing is going to be September 17th, which is before you're going to meet with the Quaker people. Are they called Quaker people?
They're called classmates.
classmates.
None of them is a Quaker. Like there's not that many Quakers
Oh.
in the world. I think out of my whole school,
Yeah.
which was 4-year-old to 12th grade, it's only 500 people. I don't think there were any Quakers.
That's like the Armenian
Oh.
school.
I was there between Lee. Well, at the time he was just Lee Schreiber. Now he's Liev, but he was 2 years older than me, and Amanda Pete was 2 years younger than me. We were all in the school plays together.
Oh, you guys went to school together.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
a lot of
the very elite
artists
went
kids.
to the Quaker school.
It was a very cool, super progressive school.
Yeah.
So, like a lot of our parents wanted us to go to those Upper East Side and Upper West Side,
Yeah.
Brearley and Spence and Chapin for girls and Dalton, and Columbia and
Yeah, yeah.
Trinity for everybody. But Friends was super, super progressive.
The school's
and
still
cool.
open.
Absolutely.
Wow,
it's
very cool.
thriving.
It's like the Pillable school you went
It's
to.
and the meeting house is incredible. The benches have they're all very uncomfortable, hard wooden benches, but they have this big space, which is especially uncomfortable when you lean back.
Yeah.
And it's because when they were built, all the women had bustles, and they had to
Oh,
have a
they
space.
have to have space for the
For
their
bustle
buses.
and the little.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How cute.
Very cool.
But yeah, again, as I said, it was founded in 1786. The
Nice.
oldest
I
coeducational day
wasn't
school in the
born.
city.
Paul is looking at Sabrina's
I'll tell you, the inside of your cup from the last time
Yeah.
is so much clearer.
Oh.
You almost as if have figured out your interior orbit to be so much happier of a place that when you walk in, you've got a lot more energy and the space. You're enjoying your space more. If you were going to want to sell that house now to make money, you probably wouldn't. Because you'd be like, you know what? I feel at home. I feel connected. And I think last time I never thought that you were connected with to start getting a little rooted.
that fucking bunny.
No,
There's,
my house is really happy.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
There's
good.
something that happened which has, and this may be from the last time that when I read your cup, because I see that shape at the bottom. And when this shape appears, generally, it's because, see that large hump at the bottom, the darker area? That's generally an area of your life that you had to overcome in a way for you to be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You had to be able to do some adjustments in order for you to be able to make it through to the other end.
Wow.
And sometimes when you're in this state, you can't see the other end. You need help. You know how when he doesn't know how he needs to organize and he knows, but he can't part with it, and you need a professional to come in and be able to say, you know what, let's have a conversation about it. I think the coffee cup last time identified some of those areas which then made you go vertical. And it's a very happy home.
Yeah.
See, now I see the relationship in here.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And he's so close. So let me ask you this. What kind of conversations have you already had moving forward? Because there's something that he wants to do for you.
We've had some pretty amazing, deep conversations.
Because he's so close to your home that I think, does he have a toothbrush there yet?
He he has a toothbrush. Yes, he
Yeah,
does.
because he's so close to your home. The way it reads, he feels very comfortable. And you feel comfortable.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
Like you're not worried that if you walk to the kitchen or you have to prepare something for him to show up, he could just drive up, pull up, walk in, no big deal.
Yeah. No. I feel very
At ease. Yes.
At ease.
Very nice. But there's something that's coming that's going to not catch you off guard, but pleasantly welcomed soon. That's going to be something really exciting for you from him.
That's nice.
It's not a fucking bunny.
The best thing you did was get rid of that bunny.
But the
Wow.
energy of that bunny, that was awful.
Yeah.
That was awful.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it before you even said anything, which is why I'd put it away.
Yeah, but that wasn't putting it away. That was you were hanging on to it. And
Yeah.
that man kept calling. I'm like, well, why? He's stuck there. He can't leave.
Yeah, but isn't that the case too? Sometimes it could even happen in relationships with friends. It's like sometimes when it's just no longer working,
Yeah.
just because you have a lot of history with somebody doesn't mean you have to keep them around.
But you
Right.
should at least have a conversation and say, you know what? This isn't working for me anymore.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the quality time that we shared. I've learned. I've grown.
Yes.
Let's revisit this maybe in 6 months to a year when you can allow yourself to either grieve or love or hate or understand
Yes.
that this is not with me anymore.
Yes.
But people don't want to do that. They
That's
just
right.
want to ghost you.
Well,
and I don't like
or
that.
just keep it hanging on.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
keep hanging
Wow.
on and keep them at arm's distance. I'm like, no, bitch. Let it all out.
Yeah.
Say it.
Agreed.
If you want to fire somebody, what do? You tell them, you're no longer welcome in my house. Stop cleaning my house. Get out.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yes.
But this is
Wow.
nice.
This is a better reading.
Now, on the
is
other
good
Mine
reading.
side,
wasn't bad the last time.
No, it was.
Yeah.
It was very informative the
Yes.
last time.
on the other side, now I know you're doing multiple shows. You're, you're in front of the camera. You love doing what you do and all of this other stuff. But there's something else that you want to you want to sink your teeth into. There's a passion that you have a passion for it. And you're trying to see how you can navigate this into happening. What?
That's so true.
It is. That's right there.
What is it?
Yeah, what is it?
I'm like freaking out.
Because it's something that, but you've been working on this for a minute. So it's
Yes.
nothing that you just woke up with yesterday and go, I'll
Yes.
do this.
Yes.
It's something that, and I think you've gotten so close to it now, even further than you thought. And there's an opportunity that's going to be presented to you as if there's meetings being done regarding it that they haven't emailed you yet with a, like, what's the right word? I don't know, a solution or like a,
It happened this morning.
what?
Yes.
Really?
They
Yeah.
emailed you already?
This morning.
Oh my fucking God.
I know. That's why I just hit you. That's why I just smacked your leg.
Can you say what it is?
Well, so I've been
It's-
working on a passion project for years now. It's my podcast, Redesigning Life, and it doesn't have anything to do with design. It's about living your best life, manifestation. Because my background, I was homeless at the age of 17. So it's ironic that I make people's homes beautiful for a living. And
Yeah.
I've been through it. I'm divorced. I'm a single mom. I came from nothing, and I want to teach people how to live a better life.
Yeah.
Especially minority. Like, I'm Latin. We are taught to put ourselves last. So I created this as a passion project, and now I want to take it a step further. And so I started realizing this is my year to do that. But I was scared because it doesn't have anything to do with design. And will my core fans follow me to this new thing?
Yeah.
And so I started kind of putting out feelers. And now this morning, somebody that I really want to work with wants to have a phone call with me.
That's amazing.
I know.
That's
For this new project.
that's
Wow.
the information that I said that people are talking about.
yeah.
Wow.
They had a meeting. And so this conversation, so they haven't relayed the result to you yet. So the
wild.
result is going to be exactly what you want it to be.
That's
Because
amazing.
it's going to give you, and when I turn this, you've been praying about this.
Yes.
It's something that it's not just wishing, like, oh, if it happens, it's great. No, you've put your entire soul into understanding and how to be able to curate this to fruition.
Yes.
It's going to be great for you. I love this for
Oh
you.
my gosh, that's so weird.
But it is a passion thing.
It's what I've always wanted to do.
Wow.
Did you think that I was,
No,
yeah. But it's there.
it's wild.
It's in your cup.
Wild.
It's actually going to be pushing new boundaries in a different capacity, because the person, either they're calling you or the email or the conversation or whatever it is that's happening, that's going to happen even more so, they're going to put you on a platform, like on a pedestal, to give you the voice to be able to do it then. Because they've got resources probably on how to be able to navigate what you want to be able to
Yes.
get done.
Yes.
That's what
Wow.
it is. Because they're carrying you, like they're gonna lift you. That's down here.
I love that.
It's really nice. I like your cup.
Okay.
Okay, so if I asked you for the individual's name that called, what initials would you give me? If you don't want to say the name, that's fine. But what initials are they?
J.
First name is
There's J,
J.
and then last name Z.
Z. So if I showed you a J in here, what would that mean then?
I don't know. That you're amazing.
The reason why I'm asking you what the initial is because there's also a C with the J. So there's two.
Okay. I'll have to think about C.
You'll take a picture and I'll show it to you in the
Okay.
picture, because I don't stick my hand down the middle. But it's right there, and it's what you wanted.
I love it.
Wait.
Did you figure it out? She figured it out.
Oh my God.
Did you figure it out?
Yes. Wait. Oh my God.
The masseur has to come over today for
Of
sure.
course you did.
She's like, yes,
Wait, I have to tell you off camera, but that's wild.
Wow.
What?
too. Yeah.
Wait. Okay, yeah, go.
But is it real? Is it true?
It's true.
Wow.
Yeah. It never fails. The
Nope.
cup never fucking lies. I don't like. It's insane. It's insane.
It's not the J that I was thinking, but oh my gosh, now I know what that is.
See, here's this thing, right in the middle.
Where? There? Okay.
Well, the angle he took it is not quite the way it is,
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I did
Okay.
backwards.
and the J's on the other side, right there.
Okay.
Wow.
One's a conversation, the other one's the center.
Oh, I
It's
see
what-
that.
It's what you prayed for.
Uh-huh.
What the hell?
It's exactly.
I'm going to
what
tell you
did.
off camera.
Oh, wow.
Because look at your prayer position. You would understand that.
Yeah.
Do you see the head, the
Yes.
body,
Yeah.
Amazing.
and that's in front of it?
I'm blown away.
I'm going to tell you something. It's
Okay.
going to blow your mind.
Okay, so
Do your
take the-
thumb.
take the cup, put your thumb.
Put my
Blow
thumb.
my mind, bitch! You scared the shit out of me already.
Just put my thumb and then
Yeah,
what?
lick it first because it's a little dry.
And then?
punch.
Just punch?
Punch
but don't
the bottom.
do this.
Yeah, twist
Okay.
and pull out.
Oh. See, there's going to be a meeting of the minds. And the meeting of the minds is for the same common goal. There's something that's going to connect you, not just with the project, but with the people that's different than what you're used to at a job, if that makes sense to you.
Uh-huh.
Because let's say you're going to show up to a job and, they're like, okay, so your expertise is to do blah, 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 blah. You're hosting, you're going to talk about the sand, the beach, the flowers, or whatever the subject matter is, right? This one, they have a connection to it in a different capacity that you probably don't even know yet, that you're going to end up finding out going, oh my God, this makes it even more intense than I ever thought it could be.
Wow. This is amazing.
Look at the bottom.
This is amazing. So Paul is
Oh.
going to now do your Armenian coffee reading.
Look at that.
This started with his grandmother reading cups.
Great grandmother.
Great grandmother, and then Paul has the gift, and he basically is going to look in your cup. He's going to tell
We're
you some
not going
shit.
to go
on-
that deep.
We can-
Maybe if you want to, we will.
No, go
But-
deep.
No boundaries.
Okay.
I would tell you you're going on a trip, multiple, and they're right here.
Yeah.
So, but I already know that.
Right.
But I can
it's on your
tell
cup.
by the cup itself. That's why I didn't want you to touch it and move it.
Oh.
Yeah, look at
And you're going somewhere very watery. But here's the clincher.
Yeah.
I know why you're going. But if you look at this, your heart has such a wound in it that you're trying to heal.
Yeah.
And there is an aspect of how you're trying to get that closure. And you're hoping that your trip gives you that healing aspect that could give you the strength, because there's something that you haven't resolved yet.
Yeah.
There's an aspect of either it's a friendship, a relationship, or just within yourself that you haven't been able to say, you know what, I can move past this.
Yeah.
I can move past all of this, but I can't move past this. I can't reconcile with this. And you're hoping when you come back from the trip and see this bump right there, that says that it's weighed heavy on you.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, you're trying to reconcile with it. And no matter what you've done, it hasn't been, you use the word cathartic. You haven't been able to get there with that. And you're hoping this trip is going to be able to like connect that.
Precisely.
Yeah, I saw your look. It makes sense from
Yeah.
what he's saying.
I mean, you just nailed it. I mean, that's I'm old enough and wise enough to know that, I can't count on this trip to transform my mindset or
Right.
my life. But yes, I am really looking forward to it, and I'm hoping that everything you said sort of comes to fruition afterwards.
This one,
It will.
this one aspect, and I'm gonna wait to see if it. Do you see the two hearts in there? Do you see the shadows underneath?
Yeah.
So interesting.
That's why one you haven't been able to reconcile. And you're
Yeah.
hoping that you can.
You don't know how much that resonates with
Let me
me.
take a picture.
Really.
Which aspect of it?
Just that I don't know. I guess I've been doing some soul searching. I've been like extra introspective lately. And I don't know. I've just been in a funk. And I think it's mostly just I've had a shitty mindset for the past few years. Some of it's circumstantial.
Yeah.
But I've been around long enough to know that
Well, we all have family. We have extended
Yeah.
families, and we have the created
Yeah.
family, and it's not
Yes.
easy.
yeah, maybe I just, it's hard to just be your happy-go-lucky self when like your family members are suffering,
Yeah.
Not to get too dark here, but
That's real, though.
yeah,
It's real.
You're having,
yeah, just like I almost lost my brother and my father, and it was just a
Sorry.
rough few years, Yeah, they're still with us.
that's good.
They've persevered, and
I have to tell you, when
I'm
my
touched.
mother-
By the way, I'm touched from the reading.
when my mother passed,
Well-
and you sent that message
Yeah.
to me, that was a beautiful message you sent to me, and
Thank you.
it really, I felt close to you then. I mean, it was
Thank
really
you.
a cool
You
thing.
know, it's
for you to do.
interesting that when that happened, between Carrie Underwood and some of the other friends that we have,
Yeah,
I mean, they reached out. She actually sang a version of her song, which was his mother's favorite song, that she goes, play it for her.
play it for my mom. Yeah.
Really,
And it
Yeah.
was just so genuine to
It was-
see the outpouring of love from
Yeah.
our friends and the community that we've built.
yeah,
That the love that we have for each other, the care that we take for one another, and the respect is that we have, that we extend. And it's never lost on us to know that when someone's going through something, even just
Right.
a beautiful word goes a long way.
it really does.
It did.
When
It
people
totally
reach
did.
out to me and just say, I'm just checking in, like
Yeah.
I'm friend rich. I'm not rich, but I'm friend rich. I have so many great friends all over the country. I have such a good support system,
Yeah.
and I'm so grateful
That's
for that.
rich.
It makes-
Absolutely.
Rich.
Yeah. That's what it's all about.
There's a lot of people that have money, have no friends, and don't even know anybody that they can call. They got to hire somebody to have to come and
Yeah.
do something. While we can just call people, and
Yeah.
we know they're going to be there for us, and that
100%.
makes you feel like you're really worthy of the friendship. That that they care.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll tell you something else. When you come back, you've got another proposal for an opportunity that's going to be created for you.
Oh.
And this proposal is probably something that you already know about because you already thought about it and it was already conversed about. And now you want to execute. And
Yes.
you're going to be ready to be able to say, you know what?
And you know what that
Yes,
is?
I'm down for it. Let's do it. And I'm going to take the ride with you.
There's a lot of little things. I kind of prefer not to speak
No, of course.
on it right now.
But you know what it is.
Somehow it,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like to. I believe in manifestation and
Sure.
everything, but like when I talk about things too much before they happen, it like sucks the energy.
Same thing.
I don't know how to
Same thing.
articulate this.
And it may not just be, let's say you're an actress or whatever. There may be a different aspect to what it is that you do. It's adjacent. Obviously, it has a connection to what you already know. And there's something that's going to be offered to you. Don't say no.
Okay.
You may think that you're not ready for it. You may think that it's not something that you can handle. You may think that it's not going to be something that you have time for. Don't say no.
Okay.
Whatever this is going to take you to an arena and give you a platform that you've been waiting for to be a part of. And that warrior, don't say no. So
Okay.
think of the warrior. It's going to be like,
I have a necklace that says, it's little letters all tied together, but it says "Say Yes to New Adventures," and I wear that all the time.
I love that. That is so
Yeah,
cool.
It's my mantra. Say yes to new adventures. Is I always and I am in a place right now. This past year has been a big manifesting year for me, and I just said that I was in a place where I was going to accept whatever things were coming along, and it has been one of those things where I've just had different opportunities in so many different different things.
Yeah.
And I think I know exactly what you're speaking of because I'm literally waiting to get a directing offer, which is what I want to move
Oh my
into.
God, that's amazing.
And I just talked to my manager yesterday, and she was like, "We're waiting on the offer, this and that." And all I keep thinking is, "What if I can't do this? What if I don't know? What if I can't do it? What if?" And I was like, just you know. And so now I know. Not gonna say no.
The warrior in you.
Directing. That is so cool.
Yeah, I
And
love
is
it.
that something new? Because this is adjacent.
Yeah,
but it's not
I
like
did.
what
I
you
did
typically
one.
do.
I directed an episode of Fuller House, and absolutely fell in love with it. And you know, it was something that I had wanted to do, but doubted myself and all this stuff. And I finally I did it, and I loved it, and that gave me a real confidence in wanting to move and continue to do that in other areas. So I've been kind of trying to do it, but then the strike happened, and then you know, COVID, and then all these things. But I'm finally kind of getting some opportunities to do it, and I'm terrified because I go, oh my God, what if maybe I can't do this? But I know that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Don't say no.
Okay.
Cup says, don't say no.
I will not say
Because whatever this is,
Wow.
like I said, I don't know about the directing. I said there's another opportunity.
Okay.
You're waiting for it. It's coming. You're going to get it.
Okay.
And the fact that it's going to put you in a different platform, I guess that would be with directing.
Yeah, I want to move. I want to move more behind the scenes.
Okay,
I
so
want to move
that's-
more to producing, directing, writing, creating
Yeah.
that
And-
adjacent world.
I love that.
And if you were thinking you can't do it, let the warrior guide you. Because what this is going to do for you is establish you in a different category. And that's what it's been a goal, and that's what you're going to be at.
Okay.
It's really, really
There's actually, I just thought of something else really big that I'm working on that would absolutely fit into this as well, and would be
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
either
So
one,
it's
don't
just-
say no.
okay.
Not much to negotiate.
Got
don't
it.
say
No, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm always in.
Yeah, I'm there for it.
See where it goes.
Who's a butterfly?
My grandma.
Oh,
My aunt's the hummingbird. My grandma was the butterfly.
okay.
With the wings up, fluttering.
When I
What's your
see a lot of-
relationship with your butterfly, like your grandma?
I mean, she passed, what is it, 10 years ago now? I mean, we were close. I love my Grammy.
Yeah.
She's shown up at a couple readings that I've had. As someone, it's always been super proud of me, and she was, yeah.
But why does she show up as a butterfly? If
That's just what my mom always, like, there was always a butterfly. My mom just, butterflies
really?
represented my mom.
Oh.
And butterflies and hummingbirds. And my aunt passed away also like 13 years ago, and she shows up as a hummingbird, and butterflies are usually my grandma.
Wow.
Do you have something of grandma's at home?
Yeah, I have several things. I have a couple of her watches. I have some of her. I wore her diamond earrings. I wore a pair of her diamond stud earrings that my mom had given her for her birthday, and then after she passed, my mom got them back and gave them to me. So I got to wear those ones.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow,
This is a powerful cup.
there's a lot.
Yeah.
Half an hour is not enough.
There's a lot going on in that cup.
I want you to put your thumb at the bottom, though, and I want to see how it translates. So you take the cup, punch the bottom, twist. However you do it is fine. You can't make a mistake, and
Okay.
then pull out.
There's a napkin right there.
Yeah. Aww. You gave me a heart again.
Oh my God.
Oh, I did.
Let me see. Oh my God, it's a huge heart.
You gave me a heart again.
Wow.
It's almost what this signifies is you opened up that little heart to a bigger heart, because what you did is you embraced what it is that you've been struggling with, and you've decided that instead of making it a foreign to fight with, like an enemy, to embrace it, but identify how to be able to contain it or manage it.
Wow.
but not lose the identity of what it is, because what you did, you put it on the same heart, in the same space. So all you did, that little heart, is it just banded. And the closed heart that was indented, you opened it, which means you embrace it. You're like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay to have this. It's okay for it to be here. It's like having a little birthmark or a scar. You're like, you know what? It's okay. It's my 6th finger.
It's my,
I don't use it. It's fine. I may dress it up sometimes. I may.
Right.
But it probably gives you the warrior in you and keeps it where it needs to be, on alert, so that it protects you all day. It's really, really nice. But your grandma has a huge, the butterfly.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Helen.
The butterfly has a huge impact. And I think the warrior, and I don't know if you could have any relationship to the grandma. I don't know, because you're not blood, obviously.
No, but I will say about my grandma, my grandmother had severe health issues as long as I can remember. She had, I mean, so many different problems and diseases and things, and that she handled it. She was in a wheelchair as long as I could remember. She had broken her femur 7 times. She had a metal, but she had osteoporosis. She had scleroderma. She had all manner of things, and she just went along.
Yeah.
And she would, and she
sounds
was
like a
also a
warrior.
warrior.
Yeah, I would say she
in a
sounds
very
like a
different
warrior.
way, but in a way of just like, you know, she, you know, things weren't always easy, and
Yeah.
she just
But the
did it.
impact that the grandma has had, and the fact that she's still present
Yeah.
in your cup, and they show up, it's because of where they show up, the placement of where it is, right next to the handle. That means that they're always there. And it's almost as if you possess any of the warrior from grandma,
Right.
that's probably a part of the strength of what you possess in seeing. If they could do it, you could do it. Like, it's inspirational. It's really sweet. I love that.
Yeah, it's funny. My grandma had several readings done, and she pops up, you know, had mediums tell me, like, okay, there's someone, did you have someone in a wheelchair that was close, like a, you know, or, you know, something like that, or somebody, Tyler Henry did a reading with me once, and it was amazing, but she came up again. So yeah, she hovers around. You know, she was very close with my mom, and I was really the closest grandchild to her. There weren't really many. She had 3 others from my aunt, but they didn't really remain close in the family, and lots of stuff happened. But my grandma,
So you were the
I
special
was it.
one,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you're wearing those earrings, and they used to be a gift from your mom to her back to you, I say, wear them often, wear them all the
I
time.
always wear them for important things. I wore them on my wedding. I wear them for like important meetings. I'm very much a person. I'm like, I take my little talismans with me.
Yeah, of course.
So
But that's what makes who you are, it seems like, and it's a beautiful thing.
thank you.
Aww,
That's such a beautiful
Oh my
reading.
God.
And so yeah, that's wow.
Yeah, it's
It's
amazing,
It's
right?
such a journey, you guys.
I don't know anything about you.
I
Your
know.
fucking necklace. Like, what the hell?
Oh my
Too
God.
long.
It's this has been a lovely reconnect,
Yes.
as you said, and I'm so excited.
I know. I can't wait. We got to get together for dinner soon.
Now we need to do
And meet the new
dinner.
husband.
Now we need to do dinner.
Yes.
Now we need to host Jeff Lewis together. We need to go to We Care Spa or whatever it is, and not no.
No,
Maybe not that.
Maybe not that.
I'll just juice on my own. I
just
don't need
juice.
to go somewhere for dinner. No,
Right?
I can make
Would you
my
do
own.
weekend?
I would totally do it. Oh my
I
God,
would
I'm
do it.
just to
I
be
would
like,
totally
why
do
not?
it.
I would totally do it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing I know is that like juicing and all of that doesn't necessarily like detox your body. And it
Yeah.
doesn't. It's sort of, you know, you're basically just starving yourself.
I got
and losing all
nothing
the
to detox.
Right.
I don't drink. I don't smoke. I'm not doing any cocaine.
Right.
I'm not doing anything. What there to
Right, there's
detox?
no- yeah, you're all right. You're all right.
I mean, I love soup, but hell, I gotta wait until 4 p.m.
That's
to have
true.
some
Yeah,
food.
soup. Yeah. Well, see, but I that wouldn't bother me because I'm a person. I don't eat like all day. I'll forget. that
I don't
haven't
either.
eaten.
We don't eat that much.
I don't, but if I'm
Yeah.
just sitting around doing nothing, you better book me something every hour that somebody's going to be touching me doing something.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, the massage is on the hour every hour. That's it. That's
Or
all
I'm
you
going to have to fall asleep for 8 hours or 12 hours.
Right.
That's
Well,
what I'm
you're
gonna
going to
do.
be so hungry that you're just going to sort of wither your ass out.
Exactly.
Then in that case, I'll go.
There you go. See,
Cody,
if it's just a nap the whole time.
What was your experience with your coffee read? I'm curious about that.
Oh my gosh, that was really like deep and
Something else you want to get into. And it may not just be, let's say you're an actress or whatever. There may be a different aspect to what it is that you do. It's adjacent. Obviously, it has a connection to what you already know. And there's something that's going to be offered to you. Don't say no.
Okay.
You may think that you're not ready for it. You may think that it's not something that you can handle. You may think that it's not going to be something that you have time for. Don't say no.
Okay.
Whatever this is going to take you to an arena and give you a platform that you've been waiting for to be a part of.
Okay.
And that
doing a television show or something like that is one thing, but I know what that is, and
Yeah.
that's a tool. You know,
of
like
course.
doing something like that. That's not the plan.
Yeah.
You know,
it's just
because I keep getting
to
asked
give
to
you
do
to the
stuff, and
next
I
step.
said, you know, frankly, that would be a tool, but I want it to be a tool that can help people
yes.
because that's the plan.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? What can I do to give to the world,
Yeah.
as opposed to what can I get out of it?
And it's also going to be your legacy you leave behind.
100%. Yeah, and as we know, as we're talking about everybody here today,
Yeah.
it doesn't last forever.
Nope.
So take your moment,
Yeah.
live it to the best, love it,
Yeah.
have a great
I'm trying to
time.
stretch my moment as long as I can.
That's what he said.
I'm trying to stretch it out.
Ride that wave, babe.
Yeah, but that's the point, you know. But here's the thing that you've done that I really admire is you've built your base. You know what you are. You can always open your door,
Yeah.
and somebody can walk through the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what's really beautiful about it. And I've built mine now, and now I just have to keep inviting people in.
Yep.
And that's really great.
You know, once you realize that you're comfortable in your own skin, which I know you are,
Yeah.
and you feel good about knowing that you could be received well, or at least properly,
Right.
you can open up your door and invite everybody in because you want that welcome feeling so that everybody can take part in what you've built, in being able to surround themselves with all the opportunities that
Right.
you have that you've worked so hard to gain.
Yeah, and I think for a long time too, I felt like I needed everybody, and then I learned I didn't,
Yeah.
because I need the right people
Correct.
to build the community.
Yes.
And that was, you know, that happened really recently actually, because everything was always about all eyes on me for a lot of things. And like, I've diversified that where it's like, let me guide you
Yeah.
into the
Yeah.
community we've built.
I love that.
And that's a much different focus because it's less pressure for me,
Right.
but in a beautiful way, it's uplifting for me because now I can just be me.
Yeah.
And that's a really beautiful, beautiful place to be.
Absolutely.
Whatever fear you had for all this time that you've been behind this wall of this fear, you have to just shed that. At this point in your life, it's almost as if make a commitment to yourself. And it's not that you're going to be 50, but this time, make a real commitment to yourself. Look in the mirror and say, I will stop. And then if it's the 50-year-old mark and your birthday, then you're like, I will stop being like this or being in fear of or not wanting to move forward this way.
Right.
Because it's time for you to leave it behind you and move forward. My mom used to say, as long as your forehead is open, you can walk in through any door, which means you don't have a stigma attached to you. You have nothing to hide because your forehead is the biggest part of your body.
I'm not saying a word because there's a Botox joke in there somewhere. I was like, there's a Botox joke there somewhere.
But you understand.
No, I totally get
your
it. Yeah.
forehead is the most exposed area of your body. the first thing people see are your eyes and your forehead.
Right.
And so your forehead walks in. So when it does, if it has like hooker, it has steal, it has a liar, you know,
Yeah.
we're all labeled.
Right.
Everybody judges us. But you have to put all of those behind you and move forward with open forehead,
Right.
which means you can walk through anything and be able to be who you are, be respected for what you've done, and elevate to where you want to go.
Right. I love that.
So every year we do a New Year's.
It's a nice cup.
Every year we do a New Year's resolution where we do a couple.
I want you to
quotes.
put your thumb at the bottom, though.
And our quote this year that we sent out for our New Year's
Tristan
card
put it.
was "Live it, love it, fuck it."
FCK.
But we spelled it
Done.
and that's how we feel. We're living it, we're loving it, and we're fucking.
Who's the letter
it.
C?
Oh,
I don't know.
The letter C is going to be calling you.
interesting.
Cynthia to get all the
Oh,
to get
shit.
all the
Cynthia.
gossip.
It's
To get all the
Cynthia.
gossip.
Oh my God.
It's
They're going to be
Cynthia.
calling you, and they're going to be asking you for something, actually. So if it is Cynthia, bitch, if she,
Maybe.
if they're going to be calling you, they're actually needing your help for something. That's what this is. They're like, you know what? I need you to do this for me. I didn't think I needed to ask, but I need this.
Oh Lord.
That's interesting.
That's
No.
that's.
We do things for each other all the time.
So I don't know if it's Cynthia, but whoever this
Could
is,
be anybody.
yeah,
It's 100 people.
yeah. It's
I
a good
love it.
cup, though.
Wow. Derek, where can our audience find you?
You can go. You know, obviously, you know, doing a television show or something like that is one thing, but I know what that is, and
Yeah.
that's a tool. You know,
of
like
course.
doing something like that. That's not the plan.
Yeah.
You know,
It's just
because I keep getting
to
asked
give
to
you
do
to the
stuff, and
next
I said,
step.
you know, frankly, that would be a tool, but I want it to be a tool that can help people
yes.
I got
because
it.
that's the plan.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? What can I
Sure.
do to give to the world,
Yeah.
as opposed to what can I get out of it?
And it's also going to be your legacy you leave behind.
100%. Yeah, and as we know, as we're talking about everybody here today,
Yeah.
it doesn't last forever.
Nope.
So take your moment,
Yeah.
live it to the best, love it,
Yeah.
have a great
I'm
time.
trying to stretch my moment as long as I can.
That's what he said.
I'm trying to stretch it out.
Ride that wave, babe.
Yeah, but that's the point, you know. But here's the thing that you've done that I really admire is you've built your base. You know what you are. You can always open your door,
Yeah.
and somebody can walk through the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what's really beautiful about it. And I've built mine now, and now I just have to keep inviting people in.
Yep.
And that's really great.
You know, once you realize that you're comfortable in your own skin, which I know you are,
Yeah.
and you feel good about knowing that you could be received well, or at least properly,
Right.
you can open up your door and invite everybody in because you want that welcome feeling so that everybody can take part in what you've built, in being able to surround themselves with all the opportunities that
Right.
you have that you've worked so hard to gain.
Yeah, and I think for a long time too, I felt like I needed everybody, and then I learned I didn't,
Yeah.
because I need the right people
Correct.
to build the community.
Yes.
And that was, you know, that happened really recently actually, because everything was always about all eyes on me for a lot of things, and like I've diversified that where it's like, let me guide you
Yeah.
into the
Yeah.
community we've built.
I love that.
And that's a much different focus because it's less pressure for me,
Right.
but in a beautiful way, it's uplifting for me because now I can just be me.
Yeah.
And that's a really beautiful, beautiful place to be.
Absolutely.
Whatever fear you had for all this time that you've been behind this wall of this fear, you have to just shed that. At this point in your life, it's almost as if make a commitment to yourself. And it's not that you're going to be 50, but this time, make a real commitment to yourself. Look in the mirror and say, I will stop. And then if it's the 50-year-old mark and your birthday, then you're like, I will stop being like this or being in fear of or not wanting to move forward this way.
Right.
Because it's time for you to leave it behind you and move forward. My mom used to say, as long as your forehead is open, you can walk in through any door, which means you don't have a stigma attached to you. You have nothing to hide because your forehead is the biggest part of your body.
I'm not saying a word. There's a Botox joke in there somewhere. There's a Botox joke there somewhere.
But you
No,
understand.
I totally get
your
it. Yeah.
forehead is the most exposed area of your body. The first thing people see are your eyes and your forehead.
Right.
And so your forehead walks in. So when it does, if it has like hooker, it has steal, it has a liar,
Yeah.
we're all labeled.
Right.
Everybody judges us. But you have to put all of those behind you and move forward with open forehead,
Right.
which means you can walk through anything and be able to be who you are, be respected for what you've done, and elevate to where you want to go.
Right. I love that.
So every year we do a New Year's.
It's a nice cup.
Every year we do a New Year's resolution where we do a couple
I
of
want you to
quotes.
put your thumb at the bottom, though.
And our quote this year that we sent out for our New
Twist
Year's
and
card
put it.
was live it, love it, fuck it.
FCK.
But we spell it
Done.
And that's how we feel. We're living it, we're loving it, and we're fucking.
Who's the letter
it.
C?
Oh,
I don't know.
The letter C is going to be calling you.
interesting.
Cynthia to get all the
Oh,
to get all the
shit.
gossip.
Yeah, it's
To get all the
Cynthia.
gossip.
Oh my God.
It's
They're going to be
Cynthia.
calling you, and they're going to be asking you for something, actually. So if it. So,
Crazy invested in it anymore. Yeah.
no.
No.
It's become like a machine that just does its thing, and you check in, you check out, you don't know. Like,
And I don't
You
enjoy
kind of-
it that much anymore.
you figured it out.
Yeah.
But there's something else that you want to start that has impact on something, on people or a community. What is that? Because it's not like the salsa or the salsa.
No,
It's
no.
something
I
totally
always
different.
so I feel like that business that I'm in, it's great. It's something I wanted to do, but I need something that leaves more of a legacy and something where so anything that has to do with women, girls, so I just I have 4 cookbooks, but I just wrote my first children's book, and I was inspired by Lola, but I was also inspired by listening to her talk about growing up and seeing things like the Victoria's Secret runway show and how it made her feel bad about herself. And so I think social media has such a lot of times negative impact on young girls.
I
So I
see.
wrote this book called Lola Loves Her Selfie. And in fact, it's like #1
Oh my
now
God.
in new releases on Amazon. And it's a children's book. I just named it Lola, but it's not
Yeah.
about Lola, but
Yeah.
it's about an 8-year-old girl teaching her 12-year-old sister about the reality about social media. And it's a great conversation starter. And so I like the idea of empowering girls, like telling them the truth, the conversations that maybe we don't have to have. And so
Yeah.
anything like that, I'm very passionate
Well,
about girls.
I'll tell you, because whatever the passive income is great. I mean, it's set, but this impact that you're having on a whole community that I'm talking about is something that as soon as you move is probably going to be the first thing you start, because that's one of the reasons why your focus has changed. Like that move, the energy being redirected, and you're probably going to start it at the house.
Yeah.
Because whatever this is connecting your outside world, your outside orbit, into your inside orbit.
Interesting.
Like
That makes sense. I feel like if I
simultaneously.
move to where I'm thinking of moving, I feel so peaceful there, and I feel like such good energy there that I would continue in this path of writing
Yeah.
more books and starting different things that could, just impact.
and make an impact on
Yeah.
people. I love
Yeah,
that.
that's
Wow,
important
that's
to me.
great.
That would make me feel fulfilled in a way that other things haven't.
It's the
Yeah.
impact.
It
Yeah.
just blows me
That's
away
what
when
it
he says
is. It's the
that. I
impact
know.
that you're
It's
gonna.
so cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anything else in that cup?
That's crazy. The move.
He can read these things for hours. It's hilarious.
I want to make sure your car's not. There it goes.
Oh, sorry.
Was that a
I
towing?
will.
No. Oh God.
No.
He tows
too
cars
long
all
of a
day.
I tow
for
cars all the
fun.
time when they
Sorry.
park in our spot in the
Oh
front.
my God.
I'm
You
a
have bad
mean
karma
bitch.
then. Sorry.
Patrik.
But they're there for like 3-4 hours. There's no reason to be there all day long.
Yeah, no,
Fair.
and not bring us some margarita pizza from across.
Yeah, exactly. Something.
But the impact and the you're going to be bridging a gap.
Okay, so we're talking about mommy issues now. We have to be. Our thing, our Mommy Issues, the podcast, our podcast,
Yeah.
is bridging the gap between generations. That's our slogan.
I love it.
Yeah.
And what's the name of the podcast?
is?
Mommy issues.
Like
Mommy
MAMI.
I love. I don't even know you
Oh.
have a fucking podcast.
Why the fuck do you think we're here?
This is a crossover
We are
episode.
a Hurrdat Media podcast.
He doesn't
We're part of the
tell-
Hurrdat family, bitch.
He doesn't tell me anything.
You're
don't.
so funny.
I'm being honest.
No,
He
I know.
doesn't
Yeah, I
tell
don't.
me
I
anything.
also don't care at all. But that is interesting.
Yeah.
That's what
Because
it
I
should
didn't
be.
know any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea that that's
The thing that I'm working on that's not just my job. I am the producer. I am the editor. I am
She does
I
everything.
do
It's her
everything.
podcast. I'm just her
Got it.
And I've been
weekly
doing
guest.
it. We've been doing it now. Actually, next week it'll be 2 years.
Oh, that's great.
And we just like started really like picking up momentum.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's
how
like my
cool.
passion
I
project.
love it. It's on
And I do it
YouTube
with
too, or
her.
just audio only? It's both.
It's on YouTube
Okay,
too.
nice.
and I'm the snake.
what's the first 5 seconds what you're going to do on YouTube.
We cut promos for our Instagram, and I always put the promo at the top. And the promo is always something like crazy.
That's a
or
good idea.
Silly. Yeah. I know what I'm
Did you
doing.
hear that, Jordan?
Oh my God.
Jordan's taking
Oh,
notes.
poor Jordan.
Yeah, poor
Oh,
Jordan.
here.
I'm so sorry,
Hold the
Jordan.
cup.
Jordan, it's okay. You're hot. That's all we care about.
But there's nothing
It's like the
there.
anesthesiologist.
Oh, the thumb.
It's the last person you see at the
And
end
I
of the
go
day.
tourist
Bye,
and up.
Ooh. I don't know what that means.
Same.
I'm like, ooh.
Then it's probably you because
I'm the snake.
no,
I had a psychic told me
you're
that my
gonna have
mom's
a
a snake.
baby. Like there's a new addition
Oh.
to like you're adding to your family.
A baby? Me?
There's
I don't
gonna
have a
be
uterus.
No, but there's gonna be a
There's a baby. We know there is going to
There
be
is
a
gonna
baby.
be a baby.
There's
We believe
a
there's
baby
going to be a
coming
baby.
to you because it's like there's
It
an
is like it's coming
addition.
to me because I think Lola's mine. So my other daughter having a baby will be like,
But it's a new addition into your family. That's what that looks like.
Interesting.
Because what you're doing is you're stopping the work and stuff like that, and you're redirecting your focus into other things just like that.
mm-hmm.
Because look what you did. I know you think you did nothing, but do you see how you cleared that area out?
yeah.
And then you brought it all into your home.
Wow. That's interesting, right?
It's
Very
so
cool.
interesting. I need to come here every day. Just have my coffee here and be like,
I love it.
ready for my reading.
It's really good. It's
Yeah.
a big
Had a kid, the
heart
baby, we're gonna
too.
have to name him
Do you
Pol.
not
Yeah.
see?
Or Patrik.
Look at
Patrik.
the big heart. Follow my finger.
I see it.
Let me take a picture and then you can see it better. Do you see the heart?
I see it.
And at the bottom is where the baby is.
Aw,
Oh, I love that.
there's a baby coming. There is a baby coming, I believe it. Not from me. Not
Yet.
from this uterus.
That's funny.
See the heart?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Perfectly.
Interesting.
And
Wow.
then baby's at the bottom.
Cute.
Oh my God, let me see.
That's clearly heart and clearly baby. I'm gonna start crying.
What?
That's crazy.
This
So if
blows me
you're not
away every
having a
time.
baby, then somebody
Her
in your
sister.
family.
Yeah, my
She has a sister that's 11 months older.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
your
you have an older
sister's
sister.
having a
Yes.
baby.
Yeah.
Who's been trying to get pregnant?
Oh my God.
Oh,
You're going to
been
be
a big
another
thing.
G?
then there you go.
Another
It's
G.
good. And the baby's coming.
They'll call you
I
Gigi.
hope so.
Gigi, yeah, for every new grandchild. G.
That's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
I love the fact that your podcast even says that you're bridging the gap.
Yeah.
Love that.
That's
I
crazy
had
that you
no
said that.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Because
had
if you
no
look
idea
at
we
the
even.
cup, because if you look at the
Podcast.
cup, I mean, I'm not that smart, but when you look at the cup, I'm being serious because he doesn't tell me anything. I never know.
Yeah.
So when you look at the cup, do you see the very top? You see how the
Yeah,
bridge
It's a
is?
bridge.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what I was talking
That blows me away.
That's crazy.
Well, girls, we could sit here and talk for
Forever.
you forever. I'm
real.
so excited
wrong
and
with
happy
that?
that you came on our podcast, and
This
we're
is
going
great.
to.
so
Crazy invested in it anymore. Yeah.
no,
No.
it's become like a machine that just does its thing, and you check in, You check out, you know, you don't know. Like,
And I don't
you
enjoy
kind of-
it that much anymore.
you figured it out.
Yeah.
But there's something else that you want to start that has impact on something, on people or a community. What is that? Because it's not like the salsa or the salsa.
No,
It's
I
something totally
always,
different.
so I feel like, that business that I'm in, it's great. It's something I wanted to do, but I need something that leaves more of a legacy in something where so anything that has to do with women, girls, so I just, I have 4 cookbooks, but I just wrote my first children's book. And I was inspired by Lola, but I was also inspired by listening to her talk about growing up and seeing things like the Victoria's Secret runway show and how it made her feel bad about herself. And so I think social media has such a lot of times negative impact on young girls. I
see.
wrote this book called Lola Loves Her Selfie. And in fact, it's like #1
Oh my
now
God.
in new releases on Amazon. And it's a children's book. I just named it Lola, but it's not
Yeah.
about Lola. But
Yeah.
it's about an 8-year-old girl teaching her 12-year-old sister about the reality about social media. And it's a great conversation starter. And so I like the idea of empowering girls, like telling them the truth, the conversations that maybe we don't have to have. And so
Yeah.
anything like that, I'm very passionate
Well,
about girls.
I'll tell you, because whatever the passive income is great. I mean, it's set, but this impact that you're having on a whole community that I'm talking about is something that as soon as you move is probably going to be the first thing you start, because that's one of the reasons why your focus has changed. Like that move, the energy being redirected, and you're probably going to start it at the house.
Yeah.
Because whatever this is connecting your outside world, your outside orbit, into your inside.
I'm going to see a policeman on a horse when I step outside, I bet.
Maybe.
When it comes to outside your home, you've got 3 different things that you're trying to do. One is personal, the other 2 are professional. Whatever the professional things are have nothing to do with the personal, but you seem to be getting them crossed. Isolate them. See them for their individual category of what it is. You're mixing them.
Do you have an idea what the 2 business and the person?
I don't. I mean, like, I do. Well, yeah. Well, now that I actually. Yeah. I think, yeah. No, I do, actually.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with Jeff, actually, or
Right.
that
No, it doesn't
aspect
have
of
to
it,
be.
but with the podcast, I think I know exactly what that means.
What is it?
Interesting.
Well, I think that I came podcasting is. I also looked at it as a way to get a bunch of new friends and stuff like that. When that's not really, and then I think I felt bad that I haven't been able to keep that up and feeling like, oh, it should be personal. And it's like, no, it's.
So that professional and personal,
Interesting.
identify what you're doing for what the purpose intended for is, and keep it in one segment.
Yeah. That's good to hear as well.
Don't mix it.
So compartmentalize.
The one that's personal, there's 2 that's business.
Yeah.
Don't mix it. Because you're struggling. Because for whatever reason, when you are mixing it, the blurred lines are not helping you get to the next stage.
Yeah. I think you nailed that one, actually. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Oh, is that the only thing?
That's the only thing. No. Bye, guys. Yeah.
That fucking bell.
And there's going to be something new that you want to do that's adjacent to what you used to do, it seems like. So it's something that you're familiar with that's going to come your way. Don't say no.
That would probably be acting.
Oh.
Don't say no.
That
wanna
or
start
working,
acting
that,
again.
that or working at Blockbuster Video, and I don't think that
Okay.
exists.
Blockbuster's
so,
gone.
Yeah,
think there's
so I
one
think
here.
it could be acting. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't say no.
Okay.
You want to say yes because there's a part of you that's still missing an aspect that needs to be satisfied. And I think that's one of the reasons why you're blurring the lines a little bit in being able not to identify the clarity as to how you're going to be moving forward.
Do you think you miss the acting?
At times, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a huge part of my life.
Yeah.
And it is that one kind of thing that you kind of gets put aside. So it's
I mean,
interesting.
I did one show, Emergence 2028. They gave me 2 freaking lines I couldn't remember.
No,
I still don't know
No,
what
it
it
was
is.
like a big
I don't know
part
how
of
you
my
do it.
life. Yeah. So yeah, that I love that one.
There's something, and here's the one thing. When you said you're racing and you don't want to, like, I'm telling you the truth, and I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, you have to sit in this, your mother aspect of it, and process it. Because if you don't, you're not going to be able to appreciate your father. Not that you don't. You're not going to, the time is being spent with something in a space where you're not recognizing the now. And there's a difference to it.
Wow.
Wow. But this is.
Is this not crazy?
Yeah, I
It's
was like,
intense.
wow. I was like, this is way better than I had even imagined.
But you are. You're going to. Besides the relationship, you've got some money coming your way too.
All right,
One
we're
of-
going into business together.
One of the things is going to give you like a roadmap. And that's going to give you stability.
Are we talking like 2025 Corolla kind of money?
Oh, big. Big. Huge.
That's funny.
With a grill. Sports package.
Let me take a picture of the inside cup before you do
Oh,
that.
yeah,
'cause
yeah.
You always
Wait, do I
forget. Yeah, you're going to do it next. I want to take a picture of the inside of your
right.
cup. I always want to take the inside because then he's going to have you do your thumb. Explain to him, babe.
Because I'm going to keep this. What you're going to do now is you're going to take your thumb, you're going to lick it, and then you're going to punch the bottom, twist, and pull out.
Okay.
However you do it, you can't make a mistake because I want to see what translates moving forward.
So wait, I lick.
It's a sexual thing.
lick, dip, twist, and pull.
There you go.
Aww. I told you we need a tissue.
I know. They're downstairs.
Okay,
Fuck.
well, we'll get you tissues in a minute.
Is it all right to is this screw up anything? If I
No, that's fine.
put,
That's fine.
Well, just hang on to it for a second.
Our poor guest, I'm making him wipe his finger on a saucer and lick his finger.
that's good. Wow.
You're planning something really, really big for yourself. And whatever this is going to be received in the most beautiful.
This podcast is brought to you by Hurrdat Media and American Media Television. Executive producers are Patrik Simpson, Pol Atteu, and Pat Safford. Produced by Jordan Hill and Sarah Silicula. Shooting and editing by Jordan Hill. Music by Digital Camo. Artwork by Dominique Demetz. And hosted by Pol Atteu, Patrik Simpson, and Little Snow White 90210. Remember to follow at Pol Atteu and at Patrik Simpson and at Snow White 90210 and watch Gown and Out in Beverly Hills on Prime Video. And don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast so you never miss an episode.